This is Radio 4 VHF FM.
Calling Cat's Whisker Studio. Calling Cat's Whisker Studio. You can go ahead now. Did anybody send those light bulbs up?
Morning. Paul Nicholas here with the fourth show of Cat's Whiskers. And that's exactly what it's going to be this morning. The Cat's Whiskers. Oh, that studio light bulb's gone again. I had to replace it twice last night, and now I've got no bulbs left. So, never mind, we'll carry on with the show in the dark. I can't read my notes. Well, not to worry, I'm sure I can remember everything that's happening today. Now, let's see what's on the menu. Double egg and chips, sausage and chips. Sorry, wrong menu. No, today we have Asterix, another episode of Our Man, and our serial, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hollins. And to join in all the Cat's Whiskers activities, you'll need the following things. 2 plastic beakers. Oh, drop that one. Well, never mind, we've got one of our roving reports coming up. Now, just got to find a switch. Where's... Oh, dear. I've just trodden on one of the plastic beakers. Luckily, I've got some more. Now, the switch. Where is the switch? Ah, here it is.
If you've ever been seasick on the ferry or spent hours in a bottleneck at Dover Harbour, then for you, the Channel Tunnel is an exciting prospect. But if you live where they're going to build it, it's a different matter. At Sheraton near Folkestone on the Kent coast, the railway lines will fan out and the motorways will come together in a vast terminal. The gaping mouth of the tunnel will swallow up cars and lorries onto the wagons of the high-speed trains and spit them out into France just half an hour later. I found the children of All Souls Primary School there weren't a bit impressed by all that. They're annoyed by the way their lives are going to be upset.
Well, my granddad lives up in the hills, and with the trains running through, he's going to have to move.
And how old is your granddad?
70. He says he doesn't want it, but he's still going to hear everything every night.
I don't really want a tunnel because it'll knock on the Newington and Rugby Club down.
Well, I go to Newton Peen Sunday School, and that will have to be knocked down.
Of course, I hate Margaret Thatcher. It's the problem with me. I'm not a Labour. It's just I hate her. She said yes. She should have really said no. Look at us. We got to put up with it.
In fact, Mrs. Thatcher said yes to a project that eats into the countryside and threatens to cut off the nearby village of Newington from its neighbours. Newington, set in the Downlands with its ancient church and tiny single street, will be submerged in a concrete jungle of railway lines and motorways. And Scott Bone, who's 13, will be cut off from the farm he loves so well.
These are my chickens. I have 11 of them. And I'm afraid that when the Channel Tunnel comes, when we move, I'm afraid that we'll have to lose them. This is the paddock. It's about 2 1/4 acres, which is very nice. Because, you know, I can exercise my dog around here and the chickens go around and we get a lot of wildlife in here. Well, the terminal will take up so much ground and it won't be just a case of moving from this field into the next one because the terminal will be everywhere. And I think, you know, it'll be pretty disastrous.
To Mrs. Kemp, the tunnel doesn't mean progress. It means destruction of a way of life and hundreds of years of history.
This village has retained its old world image. We have everything to lose and nothing to win.
But all need not be lost. Nature expert Clive Price insists that the builders will have to be careful how they proceed.
Long before they put a spade in the ground or take in a bulldozer, they should look at the site, have a survey carried out, find out exactly what's there, see what they can do beforehand. They may need to move frogs and toads from one pond. They may even have to think in terms of creating new ponds. All that should be done as much as possible beforehand, because once you've destroyed the site, it's gone. Some things will disappear, others will probably come in. About 20 years ago, we were all very anxious about our wildlife when we were building motorways. Now, the verges of those motorways are real nature reserves. And what is more, everybody, I think, knows that the kestrel has become the motorway bird because it hovers over the embankments looking for small voles and mice and so on.
I wonder if there'll ever be a Channel Tunnel bird. I somehow doubt it. Sir Nicholas Henderson, who headed the group that won the bid to build the tunnel, wanted to assure the children that it will not destroy what's special about our country.
I personally am quite confident that what we're going to do will be no more than many of the ugly surroundings of many of our new motor roads.
The children of Sheraton and the rest of us will know in 8 years' time, when the tunnel is finished, whether or not Sir Nicholas was right.
Wonder what that is. Let's see if I can find the door. Ah, here it is. Ah, the cupboard. Another look. Here we are. Hello?
Paul?
PJ, where are you?
Right next to you.
I can't see a thing.
I know, all the lights have gone off all over the house.
What shall we do?
I don't know. I suppose I could always turn this torch on.
PJ,
Yes?
turn the torch on. That's better.
That'll be the post.
You're being really bright today, PJ. Come on, we better go and get it. Right, shine the torch on the stairs so we can see where we're going. That's it. PJ, what are you doing? Oh, give me that.
Oi, get off, that's mine.
Well, shine it over here so I can look through the letters. Bill, Bill, Bill. They're all addressed to Bill. Good. Here's the Asterix tape.
I think the batteries are going on this torch. I better turn it off.
Morning, TV repair.
Oh, that's right. Just walk in.
Ah, thanks very much, sir.
Who are you?
I'm the TV repair man. I've come to fix your TV.
I'm afraid we haven't got a television.
Oh, dear. That's no much good, is it?
Not if you want to watch television. Well, goodbye then.
Oh, no, sir. I can't leave until I've repaired the TV.
You better come down to the studio. I've got to put the Asterix tape on.
Oh, that's great. I really enjoy that.
Oh, have you been listening to it?
Yeah?
But I thought you were a TV repairman.
That's why I listen to the radio. All the TVs I come across are broken.
Here we are. Where's the button? Now, another one of those beakers. Here we are. And now, Asterix.
Legionary infirm of purpose has been captured by the Gauls, who've lost the secret of their magic potion. He's made to drink lots of different experimental mixtures until one of them makes him weightless and he escapes. Drifting towards the Roman camp, he's brought down safely by a well-aimed spear and reports to his superior officers.
The Gauls have shown themselves in their true colours, and their druid's gone crazy! He's forgotten how to make the magic potion!
Well, let's get at the Gauls while they're not invincible anymore. We outnumber them.
No need to risk injury, Nebulous Nimbus. I have a plan. Let Cassius Ceramics do our dirty work for us. We attack only if he loses. Wizard wheeze, eh?
But while the Romans are happy, the Gauls are racking their brains.
I'll tell you what, Chief. We need another druid to cure our druid.
Oh, good idea, Asterix. And I know a druid who specializes in curing mental disorders. His name is Psychoanalytics. Let's send for him.
So, Psychoanalytics the Druid is called in, though when he arrives there is some confusion as to the identity of his patient.
Good morning, friends. Now just lie down, please.
Who, me?
Who, him?
And what seems to be the trouble? Don't tell me. I know you believe you are too fat and that makes you ill. Well, it's quite wrong. There's no need to feel ill because you're too fat.
I'm not ill.
No, Psychoanalytics says he's not ill.
Well, if I was that fat, I'd be ill.
I'm too fat. I'm too fat.
Calm down, Obelix. You're not too fat.
You're only saying that to cheer me up.
No, Psychoanalytics is Get-a-Fix who's ill.
Get-a-Fix? Dear old Get-a-Fix who taught us all we know. Get-a-Fix who has secrets known only to himself. Well, let's go and see him at once. Get-a-Fix, my dear old friend. How are you?
Hello, little old shrimp. And who are you?
A little shrimp.
Ah, that's him. I'd rather be generously built than a little shrimp, wouldn't you, Asterix?
Oh, go and deliver a menu.
Especially a potted shrimp.
Put my cauldron on to boil. I'll have to make some potions.
Potions? Oh, what fun. I know some clever tricks with potions, too. I'll go and get my cauldron.
What happened to him, Asterix? Some sort of a shock?
It was a menier got him down. Back, are you, Obelix? Brilliant, Obelix. Oh, how very clever. When you're around, who needs Romans? You haven't lost your memory, have you, Chief?
Oh, no, not only about not lost my memory. Ooh, I'm in no danger of forgetting that punch either.
Meanwhile, Cassius Ceramics is training just as hard.
Next! Spit! And the next! And the next! That'll do for today, Cassius Ceramics. Great! You just can't lose. Without magic potion, vital statistics will never be able to stand up to you. And once you hand the rebel village over to us, the Roman army will have conquered all Gaul at last. And oh, won't Caesar be pleased?
Oh, I enjoyed that. But I'd give that nebulous creature a piece of my mind. Oh, well, I can't sit about in the kitchen all day. I've got work to do. Can't do it in the dark, though. I know. There's some candles in the attic. Oh, Paul, what are you doing?
I come to do a radio play in the lab.
This is the kitchen.
I thought it was a lab, sorry.
The lights have failed.
They have all over the house.
Oh, dear. Fancy some tea while you're here?
Oh, yes, Mary, thank you. I'll get some cups down.
Oh, don't worry. That was the shelf where I keep all the broken crockery.
Oh, good. How about this one?
Oh, that was the shelf where I keep all the good crockery. Never mind. I only wanted half a cup. Why were you going to do a radio play in the lab?
Paul, are you in here?
Yes.
I thought you were going to do a radio play in the lab.
I just said that.
Who said that?
Me.
I didn't see you in the dark.
Must be a trick of the light. Come on then, Paul. What's this play all about? Yeah.
Well, you know we've been playing all these winners of the radio play competition through the week. Well, it made me think I might have a go myself.
Oh, why not?
I've only done the beginning bit of the play, and now I'm going to do the sound effects. So, have you got a piece of paper and some beakers? Okay.
Yeah, right.
Let's have a go at it, right? Now, shut your eyes.
I'm doing that, yeah.
It starts off in a clearing in the forest. Yeah. There's a fire burning. Mary, have you got anything? Be good for a fire?
Oh, why not take a piece of paper and rustle it?
Brilliant.
Paul?
Yes?
We didn't need to shut our eyes. It's dark in here already.
Good point, PJ. Now, there are some horses approaching the clearing.
Horses? I've got it.
What?
2 plastic beakers end to end. Hit them together.
Horses' hooves.
What happens next in the story?
Ah, well, that's as far as I've got, actually.
I think I'll have a go at that.
Well, don't do it now. I'll do it after the programme. Who's there?
TV repairman.
TV repairman who?
TV repairman who came to fix your TV. Boom, boom.
Look, I told you we haven't got it.
No, listen. I had a bit of bother down in the studio. I was trying to get out in the dark and I started some tape or other.
Iron Man.
Episode 4. The Iron Man's Challenge. The story so far. One day, a strange being from outer space lands on Australia. Human weapons have no effect on it. The little boy Hogarth pleads with the Iron Man to save the world. The Iron Man agrees to try, but there was no time to be wasted. The Iron Man allowed himself to be taken to pieces so each part could be flown out to Australia on a different airliner. At the same time, a ship sailed from China, loaded with great iron girders, and another ship sailed from Japan, loaded with fuel oil. The Iron Man had ordered these. The girders and the oil and a team of engineers were unloaded on the beach of northern Australia near the space bat Angel Dragon's neck. Then the Iron Man's parts were landed at the same spot, and the engineers fitted him together. He stood up on the beach and shouted his challenge.
I challenge you, he shouted, to a test of strength. If I can prove myself stronger than you are, then you must promise to become my slave, cried the Iron Man.
The space bat Angel Dragon was so astounded that he agreed. Why, he thought, when this silly little creature has finished his antics, I'll just lick him up. So the monster agreed and watched to see what the test of strength was to be. The engineers had fastened all the girders together in the shape of a grid, a huge iron bed the size of a house. Under this they'd made a steel-lined pit. Now they poured fuel oil into the pit. They lit the fuel oil, and the flames roared up fiercely through the bars of the grid. And now the space bat Angel Dragon got his first shock. The Iron Man was stretching himself out on his back on the grid among the flames, just as if he were in bed. The monster stared down, and the Iron Man smiled up out of the midst of the flames. The flames became fiercer. The grid became red hot. The Iron Man's hair and elbows and toes became red hot. Still he smiled up at the monster, and still the flames grew fiercer. And now the Iron Man was entirely red hot. Pretty soon he was almost white hot. And still he smiled out of white hot eyes and with white hot lips. And all the time the space bat Angel Dragon stared down in astonishment. Suddenly the flames died, flickered, and went out. The white-hot Iron Man sat up, stood up, got stiffly off his glowing bed, and began to walk to and fro on the sand, cooling. Then, at last, he spoke to the monster.
If you can't bear to be made red-hot like me, then you are weaker than I am, and I have won, and you are my slave.
The monster began to laugh. He knew the Iron Man couldn't build a fire the size of Australia. But then his laugh stopped. The Iron Man was pointing upwards at the sun.
There is the fire for you, he shouted. You go and lie there. Go and lie on the sun till you are red hot.
The monster gazed up at the sun. He felt strangely cold suddenly. But how could he refuse? All right. And he set off. With slow, giant wing beats, he lifted his immense body off the earth and flew slowly up towards the sun, while the whole earth watched. At last he landed, a ragged black shape sprawled across the sun. Everybody watched. And now they saw the monster begin to glow, blue at first, then red, then orange. Finally, his shape was invisible, the same blazing white as the sun itself. The monster was white hot on the sun. But then they saw him returning, flying back to earth, down and down, bigger and bigger, cooling as he came, until... he had landed, this time much more heavily than before, on Australia. The monster stared down at the Iron Man, but it was hardly the same monster. His horns drooped, his face was wizened and black, his claws were scorched blunt. It had been terrible for him on the sun, but he had done it, and here he was.
There. I've done it.
And that is the end of episode 4 of The Iron Man.
And now, a Cat's Whiskers newsflash. Electrifying news. 20,000 volts of electricity was stolen today. Police are describing it as a shocking crime. And now we go live to Brighton Pier, where Long John Silver has some boating news.
The news is that the local boat shop has got a big sale. Anyone with a big boat should buy it. Shut up, Mother.
Thank you very much, Long John Silver. Now over to Major Holdup at the AA.
Yes, and advice for motorists planning to use the stretch of motorway between Wales and Ireland. You'd better learn to swim, because there isn't one. This is Major Holdup handing you back to the studio.
Thank you, Major Holdup. Oh, I can't sit here in the dark all day. I know. I'll take the battery-operated tape player and all the tapes with me, so I can have a look for the candles and do my radio show at the same time. Right. Oh!
Paul!
Oh, hello, one-man band.
Look, Paul, I feel I'm being kept in the dark about what's going on today.
Well, we all are.
You see, I don't...
Come and help me find some candles.
Well, I would, but the thing is... Well, I'm a bit frightened of the dark.
Ah, don't worry, one-man band. I've got just the thing to take your mind off it. Have a listen to this while I go and look for some candles.
This report from Jack Starr in Paris. Every year, 700 or 800 youngsters apply to join the Paris Opera Ballet School. Girls have to be between 8 and 12. Boys may be as old as 13. They don't all have to be French. Up to 5% of those eventually admitted can be foreigners. But it's hard even to win admission. First of all, there's an aptitude test. Among other things, you have to prove that you can respond to rhythm, because remarkable though it may seem, some of the applicants cannot, just as some people can't see colours. You have to pass a medical exam to make sure there's nothing wrong with your back or knees or feet. So usually only about 1 in 10 of those who apply get as far as a 3-month trial period. More are weeded out then. And indeed, in a course which lasts 6 years, there are constant examinations which might mean that only a handful make it to the end. Although those who do are certain of being taken into the Paris Opera Corps de Ballet and almost equally certain of jobs in foreign ballet companies if they want them. One 14-year-old girl called Ghislaine Reicher told me what her own day was like.
So I get up about 6:45. Then I've got my breakfast. Got a yogurt, 2 toasts, and tea. Then we have to be here at 8:15. The lesson starts at 8:45 till the ballet lesson till 10:15. And then from 10:15 till 11:45 noon, you've got a different program during the week. So you've got history of dance, musical expression, anatomy, music, point work, character dance. And then the afternoon, you go to school and you have lunch at school. And then you start school at 1:15 till 5:15. Usually every day we've got French, we've got English, mathematics, history and geography.
What time do you go to bed?
It depends. What about my homework? If they're long, or usually it's about 10, 10:30.
Incidentally, the youngsters often have to come back from that afternoon school for rehearsals at the opera, because since 1977 they've been putting on their own ballet performances with a repertoire specially designed for young people. One of the boys who's succeeded in reaching the end of the course is Nicolas Musin, now 18. So how does he see this very special sort of schooling?
I think it's a different life, very different life. Because at the opera, we give maximum in the morning with dance lesson, and after, I think it's difficult to give our best in the classrooms.
Certainly, teachers in the morning ballet school can be as demanding as any others. Here's Mademoiselle Claude Bessy herself. Is she strict?
I don't understand what you mean with strict. The student must decide. I want work and not just fun. If you accept, then we have no problem with the student.
And indeed, all the youngsters I saw at the Opera Ballet School seemed happy with this life of tights and ballet shoes and music and mirrors in the morning and humdrum school in ordinary clothes in the afternoon. Because if they survive the course, there'll be a future of glamour and excitement, music, grace, spotlights, and hopefully applause, which will make it all worthwhile.
Le bassin
you feeling any better, one-man band?
A little bit.
Right, here we are in the hall. At least I think it's the hall. Let's see. What can I feel?
Oh!
Yes, this is definitely the hall. I've just knocked over the coat stand. One-man band?
Under here.
What?
I'm stuck.
Oh, there he is. Stuck under the coats.
You can't hear me because I'm stuck under the coats.
I can't hear you because you're stuck under the coats. I'll give you a hand. One coat, another coat. Get this coat off here.
Here, I'm wearing that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now, is it left or right to go up the stairs?
Left.
Right.
No, left.
Who said that?
Me, TV repairman.
You still here?
Still waiting for a television to repair.
How did you know it was to the left?
I've been doing my map.
Oh, of course. You've been listening to the radio all week, haven't you?
Yeah. Hey, what have I got to do with my map when I've finished it?
Well, just send it to Cat's Whiskers, BBC, P.O. Box 40, Manchester, M60, 1FR.
Right. Left up the stairs.
I'm scared again.
Well, quick, look, play us a song as we go upstairs. That'll take your mind off it.
All right. I'll sing you a song about being scared in the dark. I'm your original one-man band. I'll play all day if you want me to. But there's one thing I can't stand, and that is being on me own in the dark. Being on me own in the dark. There ought to be a law on it preventing them from doing it. Being on me own in the dark. Playing on me own in the dark. It's not that I'm a scaredy cat, it's just that I hate doing that. Playing on me own in the dark. Come and hear me, I won't let darkness scare me. I'll make the music chase those fears away. Don't be lonely, come let the one and only Bandman's music lighten up your day. I'm your original one-man band. I'll play all night if you want me to. So if you need a helping hand, just come and sing along beside me in the dark. Sing along beside me in the dark. We'll shout and sing those fears away, make music turn the dark to day. Sing along together in the dark. Playing all together in the dark. We'll never be afraid no more, and that is what we're aiming for. Playing all together in the dark. We'll never be afraid no more, and that is what we're aiming for. Playing all together in the dark. We'll never be afraid no more, and that is what we're aiming for. Playing all together in the dark.
Come on, you lot. Get yourselves up here.
Right. Now, this is the floor with the bathroom, the loo next door, then the airing cupboard and the laundry room. Know that bit. Now, upstairs again. Oh, this is where I get confused, this next floor, because I didn't get the map done in time yesterday. Right, now, this is the top of the stairs. That was the top of the stairs.
Did you enjoy your trip?
You're being very jolly, PJ.
Just trying to make light of the situation. Boo-boo. Now, what we've got here is the top of the stairs. On the right is a bedroom, and next to it the spare room. And at the end of the corridor, more stairs going up,
Oh,
right?
great. So where's the TV room?
Will you stop going on about the television? There ain't one. Come on, it's time for the quiz. I like that.
Are you still there, one-man band? Yes, you're right. It is time for the quiz. It's quiz time. Right, well, the quiz today is all about foreign countries. I've been on my travels and I've made some recordings of 3 different countries. I'm going to play you the country's national anthem and a description by yours truly of the capital city. So here goes. I'm after the names of 3 countries. Here comes country number 1. Right, here's the first clue. I'm standing in the middle of the main part of the city, which is built on 7 hills. This city was at one time not only the capital of this country, but of the whole world. Oh, could I have one of those, please? I'm also about to eat a delicious ice cream. Right, country number 2. And here's their national anthem. Now, this city has an old part, which is surrounded by a great wall, which has 7 gates in it. The new part of the city is 8 kilometers away and was designed by the British when they were here. Oh, and another thing. It's very, very hot. Phew. Vindaloo. Now, country number 3. And here's their national anthem. I'm standing in a very modern city, which is heated by underground mains fed by volcanic springs. Many of the houses are made of wood. Oh, and it's very, very cold. Right, so here are the answers. Well, the first one was Italy, and its capital city, Rome. The second India, and its capital, New Delhi. And the last one? Iceland. And I can tell you it gets pretty cold up there in Reykjavik. And did you notice the connection between the 3 countries? They all began with the letter I. So listen again tomorrow for another quiz and see how you get on.
Stairs. Ooh, I need a rest. Will you put the play on now, Paul?
Okay, Mary.
The Great Big Jelly Warmer in the Sky by Ben Hales.
Are you going to see Matt this evening, Tim?
Oh, yes. That'll be him now.
Hi, are you ready?
Of course I am. Fine, Mum. I'll be back about 9.
Have fun.
Shall I go to your place to do better on that Great Wars project?
Yes. I got a book out at the library about the Battle of Waterloo. It's pretty good.
Good thinking. Look out for that hole!
Ah! We're falling!
I told you to look out for the hole in the pavement, and you dragged me in!
Well, you don't have to worry about it now. We'll be killed when we hit the ground.
Yes, I suppose so, but... No! That's strange. We're slowing down.
We're saved. I can see the ground.
Oh, back on terra firma at last.
We could have chosen somewhere more interesting than this dump. It's a real desert. Just sand in every direction.
Look at those specks on the horizon. They look like horses.
Well, they're coming towards us.
I can see them quite clearly now. Do they remind you of anyone?
Yes. They look like Napoleon Bonaparte, Lord Nelson, and the Duke of Wellington. If the books are right.
Shh! They're coming.
And what are you doing in this desert? Answer the nice Napoleon.
In the conference chamber of the Hollins, there will now be an emergency meeting of the High Council. The King will address the council.
Why have you disturbed me at this customary jelly-eating time?
Sir, it is the hot season, and already 5 batches of prize green jelly have been ruined.
Oh, no! This is serious. Green is my favorite type.
There is not all, Your Majesty. Lots of your workers have already died from eating warm jelly.
I have been thinking about this for some time, and I think I got the answer. The bright disk in the sky, the great big jelly warmer, is the cause of all our problems. If we destroyed that, then we would have cold jelly all the time. I have developed a weapon powerful enough to destroy the great big jelly warmer forever. I will launch it if the heat gets any worse.
We've told you about us. Now you tell us about yourselves.
Well, after our deaths, we were sent here to get rid of a silly blemish on creation called the Hobbinzogs, who haven't really evolved because they can't stand having warm jelly. And they won't eat anything else. So they don't do anything because they want to keep their jellies cold.
Whoa there, Bess. Whoa! Whoa. Let's be a bit quiet, you chaps. We're nearing the Hobbinzogs' base.
And what are these Hobbin thingies?
Hobbinzogs? Well, they're like wheels with a rubber edge and a human sort of face in the middle. They bounce to move. Look, there's the base.
Now the strategy is this. We will all rush through the door in about an hour, while they're eating their cold jelly, and drive them out.
Let's have a look at the royal thermometer. Lights! 110 degrees! This is it! I'm going to launch the rocket. You, Hobbinzog, come with me! This is the room. Ah, there she is, my beauty.
It's an upside-down candle on a stick.
I called it a firework. This one is very big. Now, let's find those matches. Here they are. Right. Light the blue touch paper. And open the hatch in the roof. Or was it the other way round? Oh, quick, oh, put it out!
Out! It's out of reach!
It looks as if they've done the work for us.
Out come their silly swabs. Let's go and tell them a thing or two about evolution. Come on, lads.
Why don't you stop being so stupid and make some headway in life? You know, build vast cities, massacre millions of people in wars. Proper evolution.
But half my men are dying from warm jelly. And I will die too if I don't get some cold jelly.
Nonsense! All your men have is severe indigestion caused by eating too much jelly. Now go forth and multiply.
Oh, all right.
Off they go. I hope we don't have to see them again.
Well, boys, thanks for helping and all that. You'll have to find your own way home. We've got some paperwork to do.
Goodbye. It was fun while it lasted, I think. Yes, bye. Hey! That was strange. Look where we are. Outside your house. And look, it's only 10 to 9. Let's go in.
Hello. Where did you go this evening?
I don't suppose you believe as if we told you.
No, I don't suppose I would. Oh, I like that. Now, come along with me up these stairs to the box room. I'm sure there are some candles there.
Why are you so sure?
It was a box of candles. It's cramped in this here attic.
I think it's mostly one-man band bringing his bass drum in here.
Well, I could take it out, but
Yes?
I can't find the door in the dark.
Oh, this darkness is getting ridiculous.
I've got an idea.
What's that?
Didn't they call this attic a box room?
Yes.
Well, there should be a fuse box somewhere then.
Oh, right. Clever, Mary. Well, let me have a look up here. Oh, found it.
Well done.
Not really. Bang me head on it.
No, it's a box room, so there should be a box of candles. Here. Right. Now, light it. Paul, you hold the candle while I change the fuse.
Right.
I can't reach. No. Look, I'll stand on this orange
Yeah,
box.
well, be careful.
Right. You've all got to hold on to me.
Yeah.
One-man band, put your hand on my shoulder.
All right.
PJ, grab onto my legs. Anyone got a free hand?
One.
Grab my cardigan.
Right.
And hand me the spare fuse.
I can do that, right.
Other hand.
Okay.
And...
How did you do that?
You know what they say. Many hands make light work.
Oh, and the electric kettle has come on as well. Well, time for the serial.
Oh, smash.
Great.
Episode 4 of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hollins.
The Hollins family's weekend in London gets off to a poor start when Albert Hollins is given some medicine by mistake, which turns him into the horrible hairy monster, Mr. Hyde. When the awful transformation occurs, Albert, who'd taken his son Henry to see the trooping of the colour, is forced to take refuge on a tiny rain-soaked island in the middle of a lake in St. James's Park. But before Henry can return with help, in the shape of Reggie Perkins, the friendly hotel porter, Albert's heart sinks into his boots as he sees and hears a police car speeding into the park.
Oh, Eckers. Now what shall I do?
But there was only one thing he could do, which was to try to keep out of sight and hope against hope that the police car wasn't going to stop close to the island. But that is exactly what it did do.
What is it, Constable Fool? Can you see anything?
There's a little island, Sergeant,
Yes.
over in the middle of the lake with all those ducks on it. Oh,
yes.
Oh, bless my soul,
What?
Sarge. Can you see that orangey-brown one? Isn't it pretty?
Oh, never mind the ducks, Pool. We're looking for the hairy monster, supposed to be. And where the blue blazes is the uniformed copper who radioed in for assistance.
Well, here comes the constable now, Sarge, through those trees.
Stone me, Pool. He's a likely-looking specimen. If he's dragged us out here in this weather on some wild goose chase... Constable Stiggins!
Well, that's me, Sarge.
Do you want to tell us what you saw, lad? And be quick about it. Oh. We don't want to be stood out here all this pouring rain.
All right, Sarge. I'll just get out my notebook. Right. I was proceeding through St. James's Park on my appointed beat, creeping quietly through the trees, when all at once...
Hang about, Stiggins, hang about, lad. Why were you creeping quietly through the trees?
Oh, well, Sarge, the fact is I'm a bit of an ornithologist on the side.
No. Are you really, Constable Stiggins?
Yeah, you know, just as hobby.
Brill. He's a bird watcher,
Oh.
Sarge. Hey, Stiggo, did you happen to see that orange-brown duck on the island? It's a little cracker.
Oh, yeah, although strictly speaking, Pooley, the orange-brown duck's more in the nature of being a drake.
Will you two bright sparks pack it in? Oh. I'm getting soaked to the skin standing here while you pair of nature lovers whittle on about the ducks. We're supposed to be here to nab a horrible hairy monster. Look, let's get back in the jam jar for a start. Don't, Sarge. Can't have all the back seat to yourself. Oh, that's better. Now then, Constable Stiggins, tell us about this monster, and I give you fair warning, lad. If you even mention the word ducks again, I shall drop on you from a dizzy height.
Oh.
Carry on.
Well, he's over on that island, Sarge. I saw him while I was keeping up my surveillance on the things covered in feathers and with beaks,
Oh,
Sergeant.
go on, lad.
Well, that's all there is, Sarge. Only it's definitely on there. All covered in hair and wrinkled up and horrible. Ooh.
Detective Constable Poole.
Sarge?
I want you to keep your eyes fixed on that island. Don't take them off it for an instant, right? We'll nobble that monster between us if we have to sit here all day. Commence your surveillance, Constable.
Every time it rains, pennies from heaven.
Stiggins!
Sarge?
If I'd wanted vocal accompaniment, I'd have fetched Madonna along. Belt up, lad.
Sarge?
Over on the tiny island, the unfortunate, hairy and horrible-looking Albert Hollins shifted himself uncomfortably in the sodden undergrowth and accumulated years of duck dirt.
Fizzing echoes. How long are they going to hang about? I've got cramp in my back, pins and needles in my right shoulder, my big toe's gone to sleep. And what's this I've just put my hand in? Yucks.
But there was nothing he could do now except lie low and wait. Although it might have cheered Albert up a little had he known that his son Henry and their newfound friend Perkins, the hotel porter, were not far away and getting nearer.
Oh, how long will it be before we get to the park, Mr. Perkins?
We're coming up to it now. I can't drive in, but I'll park up here on the road. Yeah, we should be able to see the lake any second.
I can see it, Mr. Perkins. Down there, and the island. Oh, I can't see Dad, though. Oh, crumbs, Mr. Perkins. That's done it.
What is it, Henry?
That police car that zoomed past us when we were stuck in all that traffic. It was going after Dad. It's down there, by the lake opposite the island.
Yeah, let's have a shufty.
Oh, what can we do, Mr. Perkins?
Not a great deal, I'm afraid, Henry. Not at this particular moment. We don't want to tangle with the law. We can only do the same as them coppers are doing in that police car. And that's sit tight and wait.
Any sign of that horrible hairy monster yet, Pooh?
No, Sarge.
Oh, I hope you are keeping your eyes peeled, lad.
Oh, I'm doing my best, Sarge. It's getting very stuffy inside this car. My eyelids keep drooping. Keep wanting to drop off.
You'd better not.
Do you want a game of I Spy with my little eye, Pooley?
No, Constable Stiggins, he does not want a game of I Spy with my little eye. Not unless it's something beginning with M for monster, and it's H and H for hairy and horrible, and it's over on that island.
And so the three policemen in the police car continued their surveillance of the little island, while over on the island, Albert Hollins grew more uncomfortable and more impatient.
Oh, it's no good, this isn't. I shall have to move or I shall just go no more over. And whatever it is that I've got on my hand, it pongs rotten. Perhaps if I just ease myself up the teeniest, weeniest, widgiest bit.
But the teeniest, weeniest, widgiest bit that Albert Hollins eased himself was just the teeniest, weeniest, widgiest bit too much. For over in the police car...
There he is again, Sarge!
Oh, he's right, Sarge. I saw him too.
Where?
Well, he's bobbed down again now, but he definitely bobbed up for a second. I got a really good skeg at him. Oh, he's just like Constable Stiggers described him, Sarge.
Right. Right then, right. Right, now then, now that we've definitely established without doubt that the monster exists, we know what steps to take, don't we?
Yes, Sarge. What steps are those?
We take him into custody. Reach me that loud ale off the front seat, Constable Stiggins.
Oh, what, this one, Sergeant?
That's it, Constable. We'll invite me lad over there to give himself up. I'll just switch it on first. Here goes. You there, monster, open the island.
Oh, you're deafening me, Sergeant!
Now, what is it?
Well, wouldn't it be better, Sarge, if you opened the car window first?
Oh, wind down that window, Stiggins. Now then, you there, monster, hold on the island. We are members of the Metropolitan Police Force. Come over here at once before I send my men over there to fetch you.
Oh, me? Steady on, Sarge.
It's a ruse, lads. I'm only pretending. Heaven forbid that the nation's need and the call of duty might expect you soft pair to get your socks wet. Don't worry, it's only subterfuge.
But Detective Sergeant Cooney's subterfuge had worked. Over on the tiny island, Albert Hollins had listened to the detective over the loud hailer, and now pondered on his unhappy plight.
What's the use? I might just as well surrender as liar and get double pneumonia, I suppose.
You hear me over there? I'm giving you one last chance. Stand up now. Raise your hairy hands above your hairy head and paddle back to the shore.
I'm coming. I'm here. Oh, don't shoot. I'm getting into the water now. Get out of my way, dogs! Get out of my way! Whatever happens at least, I'll see the back of you. Would you believe it? It stopped raining. The sun's coming out.
While outside the park,
Oh, they've got him, Mr. Perkins. They're putting him in the car. Oh, what are they going to do to him? Will they lock him up?
I don't know what they can do to him. But I'll tell you what we're going to do, though, lad. We're going to follow him and find out where they take him. Shouldn't worry, Henry. They won't hold him for long. Not once he tells them who he is and how it happened.
But that's just it, Mr. Perkins. He can't tell them who he is, in case Mum found out. She'd go start staring around the twist, would Mum, if she knew that Dad had turned into Mr. Hyde?
Well, she's bound to find out sooner or later, Henry. She's bound to notice he's all horrible and hairy. I mean, they're like that, women. I mean, my landlady notices me if I go without a shave until tea time.
How's Harry Honest doing, Stiggins? Still refusing to say who he is?
Can't get a peep out of him, Sarge.
He'll have something to say for himself once we get him to the station. Hey, can you smell anything, Paul?
I keep thinking I can, Sarge, but it seems to be coming from the back of the car.
It's not you, is it, Stiggins? You haven't trodden in something in that park?
Oh, it's not me, Sarge. No, it's a prisoner. It's all over his hands and up his sleeve. I think it's duck dirt.
Oh, crikey, what a pong. Wind the window down, quick. Hang his arm out of the window.
You can't do that, Sarge. Everybody'll think we're turning right all the time.
Stroll on. Why is it always me that drops for it? I can't just capture any honourable hairy monster, me. Oh, no. I've got to bring one in that's covered in duck dirt.
Oh, that poor fella. Stuck like that, all monstrified all over.
Hey, this box room is full of boxes. A toolbox, shoebox. Hey, and here's an old goggle box.
Ah, TV set.
Hey, there was one here all along.
Let me look at it. Oh, there's nothing wrong with it, and I was really looking forward to mending it.
Tea up!
Oh, you spilt tea all over the telly.
At last. Now he's got something to fix.
Oh.
Well, TV repairman.
Well, give me a minute. Let me look. Right now. Oh, I don't know about this. Oh no. It'll have to go back to the workshop. Well, you see, you can't get the parts. I mean, years ago, this model. Years ago.
Bye.
So long.
Goodbye. And it's time to say goodbye to you at home.
Crumbs, I've just had a thought. Did anyone remember to draw the curtains this morning?
No wonder it's been so dark.
We needn't have been in the dark then.
Oh, well, it was your job.
Yeah, Mary.
Oh, I am